real thing that I have an issue with is you don't have to be an expert in immunology. Do not trust the government or the media. It really doesn't have anything to do with the efficacy of the vaccine or anything. It's that, oh, the government's telling me I should do it. Well, I don't want to. If that's the benchmark, that's not what I want to do. Also, I'm guessing that a guy who was once probably the most physically fit individual on the planet knows just a little bit about taking care of yourself and staying healthy and keeping your body in peak physical condition. So is he an immunologist? No. Has he talked to countless doctors, dietitians, physical therapists, and medical staff over his storied career as a champion? Probably more than Jimmy Kimmel and the one fucking doctor he talked to one time who said, yeah, you should take it.
Yeah, Howard Stern's doctor.
Yeah, he's not an immunologist, but he's talked to a team, multiple teams of medical professionals about how to keep your body healthy. So, yeah, I wouldn't just write off anything he says as completely retarded. In our next Jimmy Kimmel clip, Mr. Smart Guy says, the truth still matters.
Because the truth still matters. And when I do get something wrong, which happens on rare occasions, you know what I do? I apologize for it, which is what Aaron Rodgers should do, which is what a decent person would do, but I bet he won't. If he does, you know what I'll do? I'll accept his apology and move on. But he probably won't do that. My guess is he won't apologize. I hope I'm wrong. That's how I think it will go.
If he prostrates himself before me and grovels at the behest of his superiors, we may bestow him with pop star pussy and Pfizer vaccines. Great. Thanks. Thanks for your stamp of approval, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
Fuck him. He's such a dick. He's such an unfunny, pompous ass now. It's so weird how just a little bit of fame and money will turn you into from a party guy that everybody likes into a dick that nobody can stand anymore.
I really do think the unsaid thing here is that he had to explain to his wife that he was not on Little St. James, like that she didn't believe it.
Fair enough.
So, like, I'll sue you. I'll sue everybody just to prove I didn't have sex with underage girls. This is my last Jimmy clip. I called this clip, if this is true, our show's in a lot of trouble, Andy.
If you are a member of a group that think it's okay to randomly call someone a child molester because you don't like what that person has to say, maybe you should rethink being a part of that group.
That group is everyone I'm friends with. I call Andy a child molester every day. What's Jimmy Kimmel talking about? It's my go-to shit on someone. Nice mustache. You look like a pedophile. It's really low-hanging fruit. Everyone does it.
Yeah. If anything, it means Aaron Rodgers is a hack.
Yeah, right. No, but that's the most. That's why Jimmy Kimmel is losing at this. Funny guy stops being funny is the headline here. Right? Funny guy has no idea how to react to criticism. That's pathetic. Moving on to Aaron Rodgers' side. That's what's great about this one because it's current. We have 3 sides to this story, which is great. So Aaron Rodgers is back on Pat McAfee. I don't know if if they've cut ties at this point. I think I don't know if it's true. Last I saw was that essentially Aaron Rodgers won't be on Pat McAfee anymore. Who the fuck knows? But in this first clip from Aaron Rodgers, let's get Aaron's perspective.
So in my opinion, he ripped me about the vax, and that turns out to be an L on many occasions because the vax was not safe and effective like we were told that it was in the beginning. There are a lot of injuries now that we've seen related to the vaccine. So in my opinion, you went after me. That's fine. You're a comedian. Go for it. not offended, but that was an L.
That's an L. If you don't know, if you're my mother, an L is a loss. You lose. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You released COVID from Wuhan. Good day, sir. Aaron Rodgers says that's an L. Okay. So in clip 2, Aaron is excited about exposing corruption.
We're talking on our show, as we do, about a lot of different topics. Somehow the Epstein client list comes up. But we said there's an excitement to expose corruption. And what I joked about the other day about popping a bottle, there's excitement about when the corruption anywhere gets exposed and people who are accused of these heinous crimes get exposed. That will be nice.
That will be nice, Aaron.
Yeah.
You know what? My phone is nice. Taco Bell is nice. I don't know if I would describe exposing pedophiles as nice.
Right.
Yo, Aaron, did you hear, brah? We exposed those pedos today. Oh, yeah? Nice.
I do wish there was a little more meat on the bone with Ghislaine Maxwell, though. What the fuck is going on with that?
I mean, good question. There was a trial for her, but
Yeah, I just wanted to
I
see
don't know
her
what ended up happening. She's got from generational wealth too, so who knows how she bought her way out of it or whatever. She, for all we know, she's the one that had Epstein killed in prison. I mean, I don't know. In clip 3, quoteth Aaron.
And then unprompted, he comes out and says that I'm an overly concussed wacko. In my opinion, it seemed like, because I believe that there was a list, then we fast forward to this last week. A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't come out. End quote. That's what I said. That's the entire quote.
So you didn't call Jimmy Kimmel a big stupid idiot that doesn't know his dick from a doorknob? I thought this was a feud.
Yeah.
This
isn't funny.
It's either stupid or brilliant. Aaron Rodgers is essentially saying that the most embarrassing thing for Jimmy Kimmel is if he's simply wrong about there being an Epstein client list. Like, Jimmy calls him the meanest shit that he can think of, and Aaron's like, but what if you're wrong, Jimmy? And that's like devastating to Jimmy Kimmel, apparently. You might be wrong. Ed's got a comment.
Sorry, I just wanted to mention that on his highlight here of Aaron Rodgers, it says he's a Super Bowl champion, a 4-time MVP, and a ayahuasca enthusiast.
Oh, is that? I didn't know what that word.
That's my favorite thing about all of this.
I think Jordan Poyer went on and on about Aaron Rodgers introducing him to ayahuasca and how it changed his life. So
I didn't know. I didn't know that's how you spell ayahuasca. That's my problem.
Is it AA like Aaron Rodgers? It's spelled with 2 A's. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, I think the real problem with Aaron Rodgers is that his backgrounds keep changing and his green screen is like zip tied together panels right now. You've got a lot of fucking money. I think you can do better.
It's kind of like how Joe was going to do his.
Yeah.
I was never going to do that. That's what Andy wanted me to do.
He's having stuttering John level green screen problems.
Aaron Rodgers at least tried harder than that. He needs an apology room. You need your blank guest room with nothing on the walls. In our next clip here, Aaron says, look at the scoreboard.
If there is a list, which again, this hasn't come out yet, this was just a deposition, right? And there are names on it, then that would be the second time that a soft brain, junior college student, wacko, anti-vax, anti-Semite, purveyor, spreader of misinformation, conspiracy theorist, MAGA, whatever other things have been said by him and other people in the media would be right twice.
You've been beat, well, not once, but twice by a slow, white, geeky chump.
Slow, white, geeky, junior college. That's the thing I don't. That's one of the things that I dislike the most about Jimmy Kimmel in this, being reductive about Aaron Rodgers' education. You know, like he's uninformed. Aaron Rodgers is uninformed. He's ignorant, because he only went to junior college and then was drafted into the NFL before he had to finish college. So that makes him an idiot.
I never saw Jimmy Kimmel host Jeopardy. Aaron Rodgers won Celebrity Jeopardy, and they tapped him to host it when Alex Trebek died. They did that for a reason. It's not because he's a fucking idiot.
Right. But Jimmy Kimmel will have you think that it is. Now, in this next clip, Aaron understands.
That is the truth, number one. Number two, I totally understand how serious an allegation of pedophilia would be. So for him to be upset about that, I get it. Did you watch the quote? Because that's exactly what I said. Verbatim what I said on the show. I'm not stupid enough, even though you think I'm an idiot, and you made a lot of comments about my intelligence. I'm not stupid enough to accuse you of that with absolutely zero evidence, concrete evidence. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I believe him.
The Epstein list that came out.
Feels like
That's supposed to be coming out soon. That's supposed to be coming out soon.
Look, this guy's been waiting in his wine cellar.
Yeah.
I've been waiting in my wine cellar for this thing.
A lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, are really hoping that doesn't.
To me, sorry, Joe. To me, that is more a slam on the fact that for months, Jimmy Kimmel has been saying he's a crackpot for thinking there's a list at all. He's not saying that Jimmy Kimmel is on the list. He's just saying there is a fucking list. Dick.
Exactly. And so Jimmy Kimmel took it as, oh, Jimmy Kimmel's nervous about that list coming out. And Jimmy Kimmel or everybody jumped to the conclusion that Jimmy Kimmel's nervous that the list is coming out because he's on it. That's not what he said. That's not what it's ever been about.